listening to the baddest on the radio, the famous Nancy O radio show. Nancy O is hip hop. www.nancyoradioshow.com.
Welcome to Hip Hop Bites, hosted by the Nancy O Radio Show, your location for the latest technology discussion as it affects the hip hop industry. I'm your host, Mr.Shadeed. In today's segment, I'm going to follow up on a concept that I really want today's entertainment industry personnel to understand. I received calls from all over the country from labels both large and small to help them with their digital strategy. Many labels still don't get it, so I'm here to help. I'm a strategist, but what people really seem to want is a magician. In the last segment of Hip Hop Bites, I introduced a new concept that, if understood, you will have the leverage to get out here in the game and make your own deals and have greater control of your destiny. Since ownership should be everyone's favorite word, I'm going to give you a quick breakdown with some action items of what you should be focused on before you even discuss a digital strategy. Now, there's a video making its way around the internet that I really want my listeners to view. Go to www.Shadeed Eleazer, that's ShadeedEleazer.ning.com, ShadeedEleazer.ning.com. Scroll down to the blog and the video will be posted. You can also go to YouTube and search for Damon Gives Currency. Put that in the search box and press enter. Currency is spelled Currensy. In this 1 minute and 31 second video clip, Rockefeller's former CEO Dame Dash is giving advice to Asher Roth in Currency. He's giving an understanding on how things used to be versus how things really are today. The example he's using is how in communications, the communications he currently has with the Wu-Tang Clan's Abbott, the RZA, and how he speaks to him on a regular basis. He states that when they were both at their peak, they didn't associate, neither did Bad Boy or any other major camps in the 90s. Dame uses the comparison that artists today stick together, they work together, pool resources, and it makes it easier. And his point is, when you stick together as artists, as people trying to break into the entertainment industry infrastructure, you don't need a label. We, meaning the people, the creators, make the videos, we make the websites. Once you establish yourself, you don't need their money to make these things happen, and that's his whole point. Now the question is, Hip Hop Bites listeners, how do you get to the level in the game where you don't need a major label? Now I'll provide a basic answer. There's more advanced steps, but the basic answer to get you started, to get your mind wrapped around this concept, is you have to first generate interest in your product or service. The most watched television programs in this era are reality television. Ask yourself, why can a virtual unknown like The Situation go from appearing on MTV's Jersey Shore and step into endorsement deals that will earn him up to $5 million this year? The basic answer is that he leveraged the interest into his character in the overall success of the show, and he branched out. So he basically created a marketplace of interest based on the initial fire that was lit from appearing on Jersey Shore as the character of The Situation. Now, how does building an interest tie into the world of digital music marketing, strategy, and branding? The digital world provides you distribution points to further your branching out process. It enables you to tell your story to more people overall. Social networks allow you to search for individuals of like-minded interests and tell your story to them. The key is you have to be able to tell a story that interests people. Now, some of you are listening and you're thinking literally, I need to make something up. No, sir. No, ma'am. That is not how it works. Examples include being the first to do something, inventing a new style, stamping a name to it, being unique in your dress code, your slang, and being consistent in your delivery of that style and attaching that consistent name to it each time you do it. Many of you are listening and saying to yourself, well, I'm trying to get to that level. I don't have a recording deal. I don't have a song on the radio. I'm not selling out shows. I don't. So here are 3 things that you can actually do to start building interest from a complete 100% starting point. Number 1, first place you want to start is with your local media and community newspapers. You want to reach out to them. They have smaller staffs. They're willing to listen. You reach out to some of the more established bloggers. You're not going to get through all the noise that's around that particular brand. So you want to start with your local media. You want to start getting write-ups in your local newspapers. You want to make sure that once you get those write-ups that you actually appeared in the North Carolina Village Voice, for example, on your profiles, on your actual material, your outgoing material. Number 2, you want to collaborate with others to collectively generate interest. Some of the biggest musical movements, such as Rough Riders, such as the Hieroglyphics, such as, my goodness, the Wu-Tang Clan, Boot Camp Clique, Cash Money, all were collective movements. They leverage each other's collective talents. In Cash Money's case, the initial groundwork from groups such as UNLV, the early work from Lil Wayne and BG to build the groundwork led to the breakout of the Juvenile's first album, which led to other projects and kept that energy going. The same with No Limit. You want to collaborate with others to collectively generate interest. When you collaborate with others, you make sure that either you stamp a name to it, create a new style, and you want to make sure you promote that both offline, which leads to online. And number 3, to close out the point of number 2, there's always strength in numbers. Always strength in numbers. Number 3, copy and paste all positive comments from your social networks. Don't let comments go to waste. The main thing about social proof is if 100,000 people like your product or service, your music, your blog, your website, getting 101,000 is not going to be as hard. The more people you get on your side, the easier it is to continue to build your movement. So make sure all comments that you have, you copy it and you paste it to another location. If you have Windows, you can use a notepad and just keep a file and let it continue to build up. That way, when it's time to release your mixtape, your album, when it's time to update your website, when it's time to get recommendations on LinkedIn or other sites, you have a buildup of positive momentum. People like to get behind individuals, behind products, behind services that are going places. You want to be a person that's going places. If you rinse and repeat this formula that I just gave you, combined with doing what it is you specialize in, you'll have no choice but to have a bigger name for yourself. You can't fail. Then when it's time to come see me to put together your online strategy, you'll be much further ahead because I won't be creating your story, I'll be telling it. This is Mr. Shadeed signing off for Hip Hop Bites. Go digital or go home.